Now, another thing that is said about this game is that it's so focused on war that they removed anything that's fun for the builder. If you're a builder, you're just going to be clicking next turn over and over again for pretty much the entire game. Now that's true to a small degree. See, the one thing I will say that I don't like about this game is that land does not matter nearly as much as it used to. I had a lot of fun trying to determine optimal city placements in previous civilizations, and in this game, no, you really don't need to do that. You just throw a city down wherever you feel like, pretty much. So that's a negative, but aside from that, I don't think it's so much the fact that they made it boring to be a builder, because let's face it, civilization has always been about, if you're a builder, if you're going for a culture victory or a space race, even in Civilization 4, you would just be clicking next turn over and over again. That has always been the way. That's not a new thing here with this game. However, they have made the war aspect fun now. See, in previous versions, I was always a builder just because war to me was so ungodly boring. And as boring as it was to go for a culture victory and click next turn over and over, that was a lot less boring than war trying to just move your army around like Locust, mechanically capturing city after city, and clicking next turn. It really sucked, I thought. But war in this game is actually very, very fun. So I don't think they made it more boring to be a builder, I think they just made it more fun to go to war, to the point where there's really no rational reason anyone should ever want to go for a builder type strategy. But that's just my 2 cents on that. There sure are a lot of barbarians on this continent. And by the way, I actually never played continents when I was playing 4. I would always go for the archipelago maps because I wanted to be alone so I could build in peace for as long as I could. But here, I'm actually going with continents most often, now that I've done my experimenting, because it's actually fun to kill people. Alright, pretty soon I'll have calendar, and good, that spearman is done. I can take care of that camp now. And then I can start working on my settlers so I can tame the land. I really doubt there are any more ruins left for me to discover, but might as well walk around a bit.
So teach us to number our days.
Alright, that's taken care of. I might want to consider building up there first instead. There's not really much down here for me now that they beat me to the furs. But there's not much over here either. I mean, you know, dye, I've already got dye. There's furs way up here, but I don't want to build that far away. I guess I could build right about here with my second city. So I've got all of this nice desert river. And I can still nab that dye. Then build my second city way up here to get the fur. Yeah, that's possibly what I'm going to want to do. Okay, what do I want to research now? I'm gonna need trapping eventually, I know, but I'm also going to need all of this stuff eventually. But what do I need right now? Anything? If iron working weren't so far away, I'd go with that because it would reveal iron, so I'd have a better idea of where to build, but that's 24 turns. So I'll just go with, yeah, trapping for now. And by the time the trapping is done, then I should have my second city, and my first city will be bigger, so iron working won't be such a chore to get to, hopefully. Okay, looks like Gandhi is already getting ready to settle a second city. There he goes. Alright, what's my ability with Rome anyway? I believe it's that anything that's built in the capital takes 25% less time to build in other cities. Yeah, I've never played as Rome before, so I'm still in the stage where I am rolling random for everybody, and if I get somebody that I've already used before, I'll just start a new map. I can still get away with that because I've only played a few games. I've played as Germany, I've played as France, America. Washington is the leader. And what else? Ramkhamhaeng of Siam was my first one, and I got a cultural victory with that, which was where I discovered that cultural victories are boring as crap. Oh hey, I'm on a hill as Rome. I just noticed that. That's cool. Let's see, where was I going to build now? I think right about here. Let's see, I've also played as France and lost miserably. I just tried a game with Mongolia and lost miserably. See, another thing I find weird, it's going to take exactly the same amount of time to build walls as it takes to build Stonehenge. The wonders don't exactly feel like accomplishments anymore. Okay, should I start working on a second settler already? See, I don't really know, but whatever. Military tradition was what I was aiming for here. That's why I went down that tree, even though I didn't need that great general anytime soon. I do not plan on trying to do any conquering until I have catapults. Yeah, I'm in eventual reach of, well, with both of my cities, of that deer. Not that the deer matters. I'll get the dye. At least I can trade. Yeah, then if my next city goes up there, then I'll have fur and fish, and I can use that wheat for either of those cities. Back in Civ 4, I was worried about overlap. I mean, I knew it wasn't a terrible thing, but just as kind of an anal retentive issue, I like to have as little overlap as possible, but it really does not matter in this game. So, whatever. I do love the way the borders look as they expand in this game, I'll say that. Oh yeah, India already throwing down a third city. India just shoved me right into the barbarians. Well, that's where I was
Even
going
brute
anyway.
beast.
Okay, I'll go for writing for now. Libraries got patched horrible, or nerfed horribly after the patch, so I'm really not sure when, if ever, it's a good idea to, well, I'm sure at some point it is, but I'm not sure when it's a good time to build them. Because as it is now, they give you 1 science for every 2 citizens. You no longer get a great specialist slot for them. And I don't know if that's worth it or not because I just haven't familiarized myself with the game that much, so I don't know how powerful 1 extra science is. I mean, is it really worth it to build a library there or not? I have no idea. So yeah, if you want to leave a comment, if you know the answer to that, go ahead. I was afraid that galley would kill me. Luckily, that did not happen. Too bad there's not some sort of in-game timer so I would know when it's been 15 minutes, but I do not. Okay, that looks like my entire continent now. Ah, there's the camp. Just wondering where that barb came from. I'm getting this guy back to my borders because I believe they heal faster inside my borders. Once this guy is, yeah. Now that he's healed, I'm going to go ahead with him to take those guys out.
He who destroys a good...
Okay, settler number 2. And because of that first use of honor, I know that there aren't going to be any barbs up there. So yeah, more useful than I thought it would be. Yeah, see, I've got 4 citizens. Would 2 science be worth it? Should I spend 15 turns on 2 science when I can spend 19 on a wonder, 24 on a good wonder? Yeah, I just have no idea. I'm gonna go ahead and try for the Great Library, actually. And sailing I'm gonna need eventually, because there's fish up there I'm gonna want to hook up. Open borders, I really have no reason to do that. It wouldn't hurt me, but it wouldn't help me. Oh, you know what? I should have sold it to him. Well, I'll do that next time. Actually, I can try to do that now.
मैं आपकी शांति की कामना करता हूँ। मैं सुन रहा हूँ। मेरे दोस्त, क्या इस इंतजाम में
I
आपकी
got 50
दिलचस्पी?
bucks for something that's not going to help him even remotely. Might as well do this with him too. He has heard stories of my powerful military. He is mistaken.
Es wäre in eurem Interesse, dass ihr...
Alright, I just made 100 gold for doing nothing.